Alright, let's clear all the hell stages for the chapter 15 with the high-end premium high-end AFK strategy. Starting from the first one, we just need Gladia Ulpianus combo plus Logos first skill and a Vanguard to gain DP. Because if you don't use a Vanguard, you cannot get the DP in time to deploy down Ulpianus. This stage is a very annoying stage with a lot of casters binding your deployment points generation. Anyways, first of all, just again DP. Then Gladia Hero on left side, you can retreat the Vanguard, we don't need any more. Logos Hero on top side, charge the skill. And in the end, just deploy down all pianos. And it's game over. Hero on left side. Now you can AFK till the end.
逃げる前に私の許可は取ったのかしら。ねえ、獲物さん。命運の代わりよ。おもちゃで遊ぶのもここなの。開演に拾ってもらえ。逃げる前に私の許可は取ったのかしら。ねえ、獲物さん。気をつけなさい。この海流は脆弱な命を飲み込みます。
If you worry about missing the drones, leaking the drones, because Logos doesn't have damage, you can just add a sniper hero on top side. Here we go. Next one, H15-2. We just need the core units, basically Ulpianus, Gladia and Virtuosa. Then we need the last unit, you can use a melee unit with some self-healing, you can use a ranged caster to help, because important is that you can kill to help block a bit these enemies spawned by this one, because Virtuosa cannot charge the skill in time. So you can use casters, strong one, or just use someone like, for example, Mountain to help block a bit. I want to use Logos because, yeah, Logos is cool. That's it. You can use A as well, but I will tell you also where to deploy Mountain if you decide to use Mountain. Anyways, let's go. The important is that you have the first 3 units for the premium AFK. Now, first of all, just immediately Virtuosa Hero on bottom side. She will handle this machine and the enemies hit spawns. Then Gladia Hero on left side to drag this enemy. You know that this caster will bind your DP generation, right? But if you crowd control him or you kill, he will stop doing that. As you can see, now we'll drag. He will stop. Now, at the end, if you have Mountain, if you have Mountain, deploy Mountain first on this position, and then, so if you plan to deploy anyone around here, make sure that Ulpianus is the last unit to deploy. So deploy Mountain first, and then Ulpianus here. Well, if you use Ranger units, then it's totally fine to deploy Ranger units later, because there are no ranged enemies who can damage this unit here face on top side. And just to mention, as I said before, if you're using Mountain, just Mountain here first, and then deploy all pianos on top side. That's basically it. It has the same effect as using the caster on bottom side. Make sure Ulpianos here is the last, so all the caster here will just target Ulpianos instead of Mountain, and that's it. Enemies, ranged enemies will attack the last unit deployed. Anyways, yeah, Mountain here, main job, as I said before, just to block a bit, so letting Virtuosa to kill. You can use a defender as well, but Mountain can do the job pretty well. While Logos here, or Aya here, is mainly to kill, since you're not using Mountain to block the enemies, just to kill enemies who will leak from Virtuosa. And if you use a caster here, you can also help kill these enemies on top side. Like, even if you don't kill them, even if you don't kill these casters, these street casters, they will still just attack Ulpianos, and they are basically helping him to heal up, because their damage is very low. So it's not a very big problem against the Ulpianos. Doesn't matter if you kill these three or not. Okay, starting from around the 13 enemies, you can see that Virtuosa cannot charge the skill in time to hit the enemies, these enemy spawns, right? That's why if you have Mountain here, you could just block inside the Virtuosa attack range, or if you have a caster, the caster will just take down that enemy. That's the main job of that unit if you use Mountain or this caster. That's the main job of them. Last two enemies. Also doesn't matter if enemies activate this one. Ulpianos literally has 0 defense, 0 resistance. So reducing his defense is equal to 0. And here we go. Very simple. Even if you don't use Virtuosa to help on top side, Ulpianos can handle all the enemies. Of course, must be high level enough. Next one, H15-3. Also super simple, just need Ulpianos Gladia plus Virtuosa. First of all, just immediately Virtuosa, here face on right side. Like, these enemies are stupid actually. Because if they chain together at the DP, it's not a very big problem, because they will finish at the same time. If they chained one after one, that could be a problem. Right? So yeah, they finish all at the same moment. Now just Gladia here on right side. Remember Virtuosa first and then Gladia, so Gladia will bait the ranged damage from the enemy spawning from here. And in the end, just Ulpianos, which will be who will be able to kill all the golems and the enemies spawning from here. Now, once the seal is finished, just Ulpianos here face on the right side, or face on top side, up to you. You can see that the blob will spawn from here. The blob stay here for idle for a while, then go to the stairs and get out from here, and then go to the blue box. If you block the blob could become a ghost. But if you hit with 4 times the physical damage, which is what Gladia does, they will transform into the Swordman, and the Swordman against Ulpianos doesn't stand any chance. So, this way you can easily kill using Ulpianos. Most of the enemies, mainly the drones, because the drones will go down, so Virtuosa will prioritize to attack the drones with the skill, they will just die from the necrosis damage. While the golems, even if you cannot kill using necrosis damage, Ulpianos will finish the job using few auto attacks. And about the casters, we just don't care about them. They are not on ground, so even if you don't kill them, you can still finish the stage.
この奇跡ね、あなたの心臓に滑り込むまで1秒もかかりませんよ。
後悔があるのならそれを抱きましょう。
To be honest, instead of Ulpianos here, you can use anyone strong enough to kill this enemy. Because the golem coming from here to here will get 2 times the necrosis impairment anyways, and with 2 necrosis impairment they will die. So just to make sure that someone to help kill the Swordman. That's it. H15-4. This stage is very hard because the boss is very tanky, 3000 of defense, 75 of resistance, but not only that. The hell stage increased the enemy's HP and defense by 30%, so they will have almost 4000 defense. So we're going to use arts damage. In fact, last unit I will explain at the end. Last units, just Ulpianos Gladiator, the typical combo, Shu as a healer, then Logos, Ifrit and Golden Glow as main DPS against the crab and the boss. Because Logos has very high damage. Ifrit of the first talent, which can reduce enemies' resistance by 40%, with the potential is 44, and Golden Glow to kill the crab fast because of the second talent, which can ignore 50 further resistance. Now, last unit, just bring any, guys, any ground unit works. But prioritize on units who can benefit your squad. For example, Airscape has the talent to increase surrounding 8 tiles attack speed. Just like a Silich talent also can increase the surrounding 8 tiles attack speed. Or if you don't have this, Stainless can also work. Stainless first skill, you can deploy the robot to give the attack buff. Or if you don't have this, then just, for example, if you have Ines is very good. I will use Ines. But, remember, if you're not using Ines, because Ines is also a ranged unit and can slow down enemy, just remember to add any sniper, just to help a bit at the beginning, guys. Any strong sniper, to help a bit at the beginning. Now I'll show you. Or if you don't have who can buff or crowd control, then just use any ground unit works. Any ground unit. I will explain later why. Now let's just go. First of all, immediately wait, because that's what you have to do. Ulpianos here face on bottom side. And if you deploy Ulpianos as first unit, he will be able to charge a skill in time to kill the enemies. Now just deploy Gladia here on right side to give the talent to recover HP and take less damage for Ulpianos. If you're not using Ines, but you're using Silich or any other ground unit, then just wait enough DP, wait when the boss arrives around here, then deploy Golden Glow here first on left side, and then deploy Shu. If you're using Ines, then just deploy Ines first to do 4 auto attacks to transform this one into a Swordman, and then just leave it here to get some DP. Then deploy Logos here first on left side. Retreat Ines before she dies. You have enough damage to kill. Golden Glow will prevent Kratos to spawn an enemy. And just wait to deploy down Shu on this position to give healing and protection, sanctuary, buff. You can see that the Gladia here is very good. They can solo hold this lane. Very good. Now we just wait. Golden Glow later with the skill expansion can also help kill. Because there's a drone, There's a drone spawning later here, going to the middle. So flying from here to here. So you must need someone who is able to help hit here. You still have one deployment limit. You can just deploy someone to do this job if you don't have Golden Glow to do this. Now, if you're here, press on left side. And in the end, if you're using Silage, Escape, or Stainless, just deploy that unit on this position, even if you use it in Ines. Ines, don't take the third skill, huh? Use the second skill or first skill, so you can have a double shadow to slow down. So if you're not using Ines, just do this. When you see the blob start to move, so when basically the crab arrives around here, deploy Golden Glow, using 2 auto attacks will transform this blob into a caster. Then deploy Shu in time. Shu will be able to heal up Golden Glow. Here we go. And then just deploy down. Logos here, press on left side to kill this enemy. So basically, if you're not using Ines, so Ines can slow down a bit the drone, giving you time for the 2 casters to kill. In that case, you just need to help by using a sniper to kill the drone. Because else the drone will leak from the casters, your casters. So be careful. But after the first drone, then the rest is very simple. So after you kill the first drone, then this unit's job is done. And then just just deploy down Ifrit here, press on left side, and then the ground unit here at the end to prevent the boss to spawn the golem. Here to slow down, so this way they later can stay inside the Ifrit attack range for longer, so Ifrit with the talent can reduce this crab's resistance by a lot, giving your time to kill. Now, the core of this strategy is to don't let the crab being grabbed, because if the boss gets grabbed, he will use, especially after the second life and third life, he will do the laser attack, almost killing your units. Now, Gladia survived because she's maxed leveled, and because we have Shu's talent. Shu's second talent. If on the field there are 3 different types, class of operators, all units HP plus 12%. If there are 3 same type, so casters, we have 3 casters, all units attack speed plus 12. So this is a must-have Shu to make Gladia survive. If you still cannot survive because she's not a high level, then you can just bring a Lancet 2 to heal up a little, or just any medic. Now Shu will heal up, and you can see here we'll get a slowdown. Golden Glow plus Logos will just kill the boss the first time. Here. And using Ifrit, which can reduce the boss HP, which can reduce the boss resistance by 40%, plus Logos will deal a lot of damage, almost around 33%, yeah, 33% each time you defeat the crab. Now the boss wakes up, will seal your units, and will idle here for a bit, but by that time PRTS is grabbing the golem to bottom side, so cannot grab the boss, so you have this short period of time to melt the boss. In fact, boss idling here, stat reduced by Ifrit, Golden Glow and Logos melt the bot, the crab, so now the crab falls down again, you can just kill. Now the crab will wake up again, and this time the boss will just move a bit. But you have a lot of damage, so you can easily kill. You can see that Golden Glow and Logos are dealing massive damage, and because by this time Logos will be able to do Necrosis impairment to the boss, so dealing extra true damage. Actually it's elemental damage, but it's almost like true damage. And now the boss will get executed by Logos when the HP is very low, and you can see, he's dead. Even if you don't have Ines, but you have a Silage or Stainless or Escape, just a normal Escape, or just any ground unit, your units will be able to do it, but remember they must be high level. Or you can just drop here a Scalter to buff, or someone to buff, whoever you want. And don't deploy a ground unit, a unit here, because around 13 enemies here will spawn a double drone, that the explosive drone, which will one shot, literally 2 drones together will kill any ranger unit. Right? So you have a lot of way to make this easier, like a buffer. You still have 1 deployment limit, huh? You can deploy a medic, a buffer, whoever you want. Scalter is the best. Here, so Scalter not can only buff Ifrit, but can also buff this caster, which kill crab a lot faster. And now, yeah, just kill this last golem using all pianos and you're done. Sorry if I talk a lot, but I just want to make sure that my explanation can give you an idea on how to fix your squad for the stage. Anyway, so we did it. Gladia sadly died, but it's fine. Well, that's it. Hope this video helped you to complete the hell stages, or at least give you an idea on how to complete the hell stage. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!